Hey, what's up guys, Combined here with 10 tips and tricks on Yasuo. Tip number 1. Yasuo's Q cooldown and cast speed is reduced by attack speed. The more attack speed you build, the faster you can cast Q. But if you build ability haste items or CDR, it won't reduce the cooldown at all. As you can see, I have 60 ability haste, however my Q cooldown didn't get reduced at all. Tip number 2. When you are trading in lane, it is beneficial to have a minion between you and your opponent in order to not draw minion aggro. As you can see, if I Q the opponent without a minion in between, all the minions aggro towards me. But when I Q an enemy champion with a minion in between, I don't draw any minion aggro. Tip number 3. During the early game, when you or an ally has knocked up an enemy champion, it's always ideal to auto attack them and then press R to provide extra damage. Tip number 4. Yasuo can cancel the animation of his auto attack if he dashes to the enemy target. This is done to provide an extra burst of damage in those skirmishes where it matters. Tip number 5. When an enemy champion is knocked up, if you have enough attack speed, you can EQ to a nearby enemy unit like a minion, then R to get a stack of Q and deal extra damage to the opponent who is knocked up. You can also EQ the knocked up champion, then R. Both methods work. This is a unique trick called an airblade. Tip number 6. Beyblade is a unique trick to catch the enemy off guard. When you are in your EQ, you can flash nearby and instantly do damage to the area and also knock up the enemy target. This is useful when you have Tornado ready and you want to immediately ult the opponent. Tip number 7. Keyblade is one of the hardest Yasuo mechanics. It combines both the Airblade and the Beyblade. You have to EQ flash to the enemy champion when you have Tornado, auto attack them and EQ again and press R. This is used to quickly assassinate the enemy in 1v1 or even in a teamfight where the enemies clump together. Tip number 8. If you dash while your Q's cooldown is below 0.5 seconds, it will remove the remaining cooldown and allow you to EQ minions or enemy champions slightly faster than normal. Tip number 9. During mid to late game, it's always beneficial to airblade enemy champions when they are knocked up to get a stack of Q and provide much more damage in a team fight. Tip number 10. When chasing an enemy champion, you should always walk right next to oncoming units such as minions and then dash through to chase the enemy champion. Here is the difference. Lastly, here are some jungle dashing tricks to run down or run away from an enemy champion. So please feel free to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to support what I do, and I'll see you guys in the next one.